So, guys, here I am again for the third and final part of our chat 90,000 subscribers special live, just to thank you, to thank all of you, to show you my appreciation. And again, I was kicked out of the live. That's why this live is divided in three parts, because I got kicked out the first time and I reconnected, and I also got kicked out the second time and now I reconnected. So here we are again, reconnected to the internet. Today it's very stormy, so I don't know if that has to do with this internet connection that it goes on up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down connection. So here we are again for the third and final part of our live session. We were busy before talking about all kinds of stuff. I see you guys coming back. I apologize for the problem with the internet. Yeah, it happens. It's a little bit like that. But yeah, here we are again, just coming back. I want to say hi to you all. I didn't want to just leave and drop dead like that because of strange internet connection. If you're just joining in, I think spoken for almost 2 hours on the other two parts of the chat. And we went on talking about everything, at least, to the extent of our knowledge and time. We tried to cover a little bit so many wonderful things. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this kind of talks with you guys. I enjoy you ask me questions. I enjoy when we go deep and we also talk about other things. Super grateful. And yeah, today we just wanted to do a live chat Q&A, spending a little bit of time together for celebrating 92,000 subscribers. Thanks to you, you mofos, all of you out there. I love you. Yes, I love you. Maybe it's time to accept nature wants to end this chat. Yeah, that's what it's probably true. But I wanted to come back and just say goodbye in a better way. And the dropkick, Chester, you are in LA. It's early morning. I can understand. That's a lot of talk for an early morning. If you drink coffee, probably you need a nice coffee to wake up. Tanya Pereira. Yeah, I went through the back hole and came back. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. So anyway, guys, I just want to come back here like to say goodbye. We had a wonderful time talking to each other. And thank you again. Thank you so much for 90,000 subscriber. Thank you for joining the page. Thank you for the support. Thank you from watching from Australia, from Israel, from Los Angeles, from Mexico, from Argentina, from Chile. You are just amazing. I just love all of you. I really enjoyed spending a couple of hours talking to you guys. And we're going to do this more often. Perhaps I can also do videos. I can do videos. We we do videos like, no, I'm not right, like 5 minutes I'm gone, um, or a little bit more. We see, like, let's go back to what I was saying. It'd be also nice to do videos like, you talk about these thoughts or this other thought or this thing about wellness, and the things that I enjoy talking about in video formats, like 10, 15 minutes, so that we create also more content on the page for who is interested in that kind of stuff, because I really love doing that kind of thing. Uh, I give you an example. Just before just before coming online, I did a little bit of my VMOF breathing. I jumped the rope for a couple of minutes to prepare myself, and then I went to take a cold bath. I filled up the water. It's very cold. Probably the water, it's like, I don't know, like 7 degrees, 5 degrees Celsius, very cold water. I filled up the bathtub, and I just went there, did a little bit of breathing. I think I stayed 3 minutes, 3 minutes and a half of cold bath, and it's something that I'm doing now for quite some time. It's part of my routine. Sometimes I skip it, but I try to do it every other day. And perhaps we can talk about that as well. All the things that I enjoy doing that keeps me sane and alive. Yeah, Mika, it's very important we have those talks. I love talking also in person and discussing about those things. And most importantly, I love listening. I listen to podcasts all the time, like people like Neil deGrasse Tyson and David Sinclair and, like people like uh, Graham and Hancock, or all those great people that I enjoy following. Jiddu Krishnamurti, Alan Watts. Like I love listening to all of this stuff, and I really also need it because I'm just like anybody else, trying to absorb, learn, make sense of all of this. That I've tried, Renee, that I've tried here. There's a floating tank. And for the first time, I've tried it. I've done it 3 times now. I think I've done 3 sessions. No, 2 sessions. I only twice. I've done 2 sessions of floating tanks. And it was a really funny experience. I actually want to do that again. It's so incredibly relaxing. Oh man, after I did like 45 minutes in the floating tank, I just came out of it. I was like sort of jelly. Like I had to go home. I had to go home. Like I just didn't want to do anything anymore. The muscles were totally relaxed, and I just had to come home and like eat something and just yeah. But I'd like to do it again. I want to do it again and try to do a little bit of meditation into the floating tank. Ciao, Axel from Buenos Aires. So we got new people here. Now I'm gonna be stuck for another hour because I see new people. The people which they followed for 2 hours, some are still here, some are going, and we're also getting new people, new subscribers, new viewers at which they're waking up and they're following the new live. If you're new to this chat, I've already been up for almost 2 hours, but I was kicked out of the live a couple of times because of bad internet connection. So I came back online. So this is the third part of our 90,000 subscriber thank you video. So yeah, nice to see you guys, all of you. From Kansas. Wow, the US. Ciao, Josue. Nice to see you. So yeah, we have the long talk about a little bit everything, a little bit the universe, spirituality, life and death, and all that kind of big questions that we absolutely know nothing about. But yeah, we try to talk. I try to talk. I'm usually suggested stuff from my imaginary battler that he has all this knowledge, and every now and then he imparts a little bit of that knowledge to me, and I just parrot it back to you guys. Oh, thank you, Tanya, for asking questions. I really enjoy talking to you guys like this. Helsley Lee just came in. Oh, nice to see you. Yeah, we have been here for 2 hours. This is the third part of the live chat. I've been already twice on. Oh, I remember that as well. Was it you dropkick? Yes, was Chester. Was Chester that he wanted me to do a reaction, I think. Hopefully that it's not the case anymore. Chester, do you know that I have very few good friends in Los Angeles? Very good friends in Los Angeles. I almost talk daily through WhatsApp. We're always in communication, always around this time. When she wakes up, we talk, and sometimes in the morning when I wake up and she's going to bed, we talk. We have been doing this for like 6 years, always talking to each other like that. Yes, in June I'm gonna be 44. So But it's good. It's great. I feel better now than I did when I was 23. Oh, yes. Let's talk about music a little bit. We're going to do more Chris Stapleton. I really love the guy voice, man. Wow, what a discovery. Renee, 47. That's a great age. You're awesome, man. That's the beginning. Just stay healthy. We can talk about that too. Eat good food, eat clean food. Don't smoke, don't drink, do exercise, make love as much as possible. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, Mika. We're gonna do more reaction. Yeah, I love checking out music. You know, I'm a musician myself, so for me, it's really no effort to listen to music and to react to music. It's fun. But I also enjoy, like, like now we are 100,000, almost we are 92,000 subscribers. I'm also thinking of like, how can I do more on this channel and also grow and also show off a little bit of what I do, because I make music myself. So I make art myself. So I enjoy sharing my stuff without taking nothing away from all the demands, of checking other artists and the artists you love, and at the same time trying to carve a little space in your heart with the things that I do, at least with some part of you. Dropkick, come on. That's super nice of you. Thank you so much. You shouldn't have, but I thank you very much. I thank you very much for that. I agree with all that you're saying. Judgment, it's just pointless. Like the reason people judge is because they, like, there is a component, of course, that we sorry, we want to try to make sense. So sometimes we observe another person, we give a judgment because we sort of trying to make sense for where we at, but we don't have to believe in that judgment, you know what I mean, because it's just a way of trying to relate. And people most often they misplace this behavior with thinking that what they're thinking of this other person is true. Like, you see somebody and he did something, or is dressed in a certain way, and you look at, oh, that person has absolutely no sense of style, and that's a judgment. And some people believe in that affirmation, and it's totally pointless. It's totally pointless to judge in that way. Absolutely pointless. What matters is to know that we truly here in this, all of us were in this together. So the more we can help each other, the more we can give to each other, the better for everyone. Water. I have those two lights, which they're in the front, of course. They look like two giant cat's eyes looking at me from outside the window. Going back to music, Chris Stapleton. Yeah, Blow. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, that was a nice guy. I really enjoy his music. Very like old fashioned. Oh, fashion. I mean, it's a really good blues. Really good rock blues. I mean, that stuff never gets out of fashion for me, at least. For me. I love that kind of sound. Also because it sounds a lot like the Bob Dylan of the 90s, the Tom Petty of the 90s, with that type of sound of the band. I really enjoy it. Oh, I know Bad Religion. Dropkick, I know Bad Religion, yes. I know Bad Religion. Heidi, a night, no coffee. Yes, you're absolutely right. Either tea, like tisane, that doesn't contain tea, or water. I drink coffee only until the early afternoon. I always try not to drink coffee past like 4 or 5 o'clock for sure. Most of the time, most of the time I drink coffee in the morning. I like 2, 3 coffee from like when I wake up to 1 o'clock or two, and then that's it. Alvin, nice to see you. Ciao, Victor. Nice to see you. New people also in the chat. Very nice. What happened with Michael? Wow, today I've done a really long, long live. So, guys, Cerrati has several sons. Let's talk about Cerrati for a second. Should I do a reaction of the son of Cerrati also? Victor is asking the Beatles or the Stones. Ooh, that's a tough question. I have to say I like the Beatles a lot, obviously because they've basically created modern music. Uh, and then again, like you can say the same thing of Elvis. Elvis Presley, that influenced the Beatles. You know what I mean? It always goes that way, and then you find out who influenced Elvis, and so on and so forth. And then most of the music goes back to basically most of the modern rock blues music goes all the way back to people like Robert Johnson. You know, I want to know how many of you guys know about Robert Johnson. Huh? Robert Johnson? Anybody? Anybody knows about Robert Johnson? Come on, guys. Robert Johnson, no one? Robert Johnson is your neighbor? I think he's dead. Or maybe you're talking to somebody else. Sorry. My apologies. Let's see what's going on. Cerrati-san has haters. Oh, sorry to hear that. I mean, it's also very difficult when your father is a legend, and other people, yeah, and then you try to be an artist yourself. Other people, they're always going to refer you to your father, like compared to your father. Bertina Gonzalez. Yeah, that's the myth. That's the myth of Robert Johnson. But yeah, he's probably responsible for. I learned about Robert Johnson because of my friend Jean. Like my musical partner. We make music together in Tin Man and Sparrow, our band. And he was so much into Robert Johnson, so I got to know a little bit about him as well. Benito is transgender and bisexual. All right, so what's the big deal? That's why he's not seen so well by the audience. You mean that's the reason why he has haters? Oh, sorry to hear that. Victor, do you think Nirvana was the last mainstream rock band? Actually, you know what? I think Nirvana is, I mean, mainstream. Actually, Nirvana is freaking great. I mean, if you go listen again to album like Bleach, like people because forget that, of course, Smell Like Teen Spirits. That album, was incredibly popular and commercial. But Nirvana, they were like, Nirvana were the reason grunge got so popular. And they truly managed to create something new in the landscape of music. I mean, I was just the other day listening to Bleach, the album of Nirvana, and I thought like, wow, so raw, so wonderful. I mean, Nirvana, they because now they got too popularized. But I still think it's a great band, man. It's an extraordinary band, so raw and authentic. Dropkick, Leadbelly was before Robert Johnson. Is there any recording of Leadbelly? Because those things are so hard. There's basically nothing on Robert Johnson on the recording. Such a pity. Sorry for the silence. I'm trying to read the questions. I'm trying to read your questions. Oh, Nirvana covers Leadbelly on their Unplugged. That's awesome. Man, Nirvana is a great band. I love those guys. I love Pearl Jam. I love all of that scene. It's like truly my favorite music, even though I am open to everything basically. Ah, that's it. Where did you sleep last night? That's from Leadbelly. That's awesome, man. I love that song. Gracias, Kike. Best hard rock band. Wow, it's really hard. It's really hard to know. Best hard rock band. I mean, there's so many greats. I mean, like Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. I mean, Rainbow. Ronnie James Dio. I mean, those guys are all awesome. Just extraordinary. What do I think about the Strokes? Well, the Strokes were really interesting when they came out. Um, then you got to go figure what's more, what's the level of hype and what was the content. But looking back, it was quite an interesting band. This new Brit pop or whatever was called of those era of those days. Is bad connection again? Yeah, I'm probably gonna call it a quit. It's really stormy here, so probably it's influencing a little bit. This is the third time I come online, so probably it's gonna drop again. Maybe it's time to call it a quit. I think I've been talking for almost close to 2 hours and a half now with all those three parts of the chat. Tomorrow we're gonna do more reactions, so don't worry. Go back to do more reactions. We go back in line with some artists every day, plus other things. I really intend to do more content also about talks and other things, so to keep it varied. Bumburi Chic. Wow, you saw Caifanes. Oh, that's great. I would like to see Caifanes live. Rocio Spulev, nice to see you from Argentina. All right, all right, all right. Uh, let's just answer this last question of Bettina Gonzalez. What's your take on cultural appropriation? Um you know what? I mean, your 4-year-old daughter, I speak like Puss in the Boots. Well, that's great because I love I think Antonio Banderas has a beautiful voice, and especially when he does those dubbing of cartoons. So thank you. I take that as a huge compliment. I love the voice of Puss in Boots. But anyway, I wanted to answer the question to Bettina. Well, honestly, cultural appropriation is just, to me, it's just BS in general. We are always influenced by something that comes before, and we just had to let it go. Like, I mean, if you're from Italy and you like to play music that comes from Mali, from Africa, then what? If you're like from the Philippines and you like American blues, then what? Who cares? Who cares? Let's enjoy. Let's just enjoy what other people have created and what we can learn and build upon, and just express ourselves in whatever shape or form through all those styles and things. Like, we're all here, and it's all of those things are for everyone. For everyone. If you like the Caribbean sound, or if you like, the doblo sound of Indonesia, toplo sound of Indonesia, or koali music from Pakistan, or whatever, like, just let's enjoy everything. Yes, it's lovely, man. It's great. All of those things that we can, especially today, all those things that we can appreciate and enjoy. I mean, 5 months ago, like 6 months ago, I had absolutely no idea about all those new bands that I discovered. And still, every single day, I'm listening to new music. I just love it. Who cares where it comes from? All right, guys. I think I've been speaking a lot. I've done a huge live, almost 2 hours and a half, divided in three parts. And the whole, like, let's wrap it up in saying, like, I came here just to say hi, and wanting to thank all of you for the support and just being there. We're growing almost to 100,000 thanks to you. So I just love spending time with you. So we're going to do, don't worry, as you've seen, I'm doing more lives, and tomorrow we go back to do more reaction. So, yeah. So just don't worry, Miko. We're gonna do also more Cerati. Like I also said, I'm gonna cut through a little bit more because I noticed a lot of videos get blocked, but we will still manage nonetheless. So anyway, guys, I just want to thank you. I just want to say I love you, every one of you. If you're just starting your day in Los Angeles, drop kick, just enjoy your day with your family, your daughter, everybody. If you're going to sleep somewhere else, just enjoy your midday, your evening, your morning. This is your captain that loves you and is going to go to prepare some dinner. And perhaps, if I find the strength within me, I will even do a reaction. We will see. I might do that. Anyway, guys, always spread love. Huh? Let me regain a little bit of voice. Let me think maybe if I do a reaction or not. And I'll see you next time very soon. I love you. I love you. I love you. You. G Cook, Christina, Body Soul, Mikal, Dropkick, Axel, Heidi, Buburishik, all of you. Mwah. Ndi. I'll see you next time. Mwah. Mwah. Ciao. Mwah. Let's continue spreading love. See you guys. Let's see if it works. Ciao. Ciao. It's not creepy. It's not creepy at all. Mwah. It's just an unconditional love. Mwah. Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.